Hello, scrapbookers. This is Rowena from Crafts by Rowena. Welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be using some paper from K&Company from the cut and paste line. And for my base, I'm going to be using this sheet of paper. And today's page is going to be just really simple and quick. And the next thing I'm going to do is make an area for my title, and I've already cut this out using my Cricut. This is just some plain craft paper. I've been really into craft paper lately, but I thought it would look really great on this layout. And I just cut this other little piece. This blue piece of paper is from the K&Company cut and paste line as well. And so what I'm going to do is just adhere this to my craft cardstock, and I'm going to do this using my ATG. And so what I'm going to do now is just temporarily adhere this to my base. So I'm just using some repositionable adhesive, and I kind of wanted to go right in this area, and I'm going to put that aside to work on another piece of my layout. I'll be using this piece of paper, and it's from American Crafts from the bookshelf collection, and I have cut out this shape, kind of like basically a border that I designed and cut out with my Cricut, and I would like this to be attached to the bottom of this paper. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn it over, use my ATG, and just make a nice thin strip at the bottom. What I'm going to do is carefully line it up, and once I have it how I like it, I'm just going to push it down, and perfect. Then I'm just going to get my base again and try to figure out where I'm going to place it. So I'm going to use some repositionable adhesive. Just put two little strips on the bottom and just try to figure out where I'm going to put it. And I just want to kind of center it in the middle of my base. And then I'm going to line up my photographs, and I'm using 3. I have already cut the photographs out. What I'm going to do now, once again, use my ATG and adhere my pictures to that orange strip of paper. So I've already adhered these 2 photographs onto my strip, but I just wanted to share with you, if you're ever using a strip and you're using different size photographs, what I do is I put the left side, on the right side, I put those down first, and then I work with my photograph in the middle, so they have a equal amount of space around them. I have tried before, and I tried to do it straight across, and the middle would be a little off, or I would have too much space on one side. So that's just a little tip for you if you're going to use a strip of paper for your photographs. So the next thing I'm going to do, there's one more photograph, and I would like to just mat it on the same color as the photographs on the bottom. So I cut out this strip of paper, and I just added 1/4 of an inch to the size of my photograph, and I'm just going to once again use my ATG to adhere that to my piece of cardstock. Okay, now that I'm done matting my photograph, once again I'm just going to add some repositionable adhesive and just kind of lay it where I would like it to go. And the reason why I'm using the repositionable adhesive today is because for my title I will be using some chipboard letters, and I want to make sure that everything lines up before I permanently adhere the items to the page. So I'll be using these chipboard stickers, and they're from Basic Gray. And so I'm just going to look for my letters. Okay, well, I'm all done lining up my chip stickers where I would like them to be. And you may notice that the letters are red, and that doesn't go with my layout, the colors of my layout. So what I'm going to do, like if you've seen some of my previous videos, is that I am going to use some embossing powder and emboss over this, and I'm using the brown by American Crafts. It's actually called Brownie. Okay, I am done putting my embossing ink on here, and since these are small, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it here into the jar, and I'm going to see, so it's all nice and covered, and I'm going to use my heat gun, and I better make sure I put the lid on the embossing powder, and I'm just going to heat it up. And so this is what you get when you emboss it. It's nice and shiny and the exact color that I want. And I'm going to continue and do the rest of the letters. Usually I use my Xyron sticker maker to adhere my chipboard or die cuts to my page, but when I was embossing, I got, because this was sticky behind the chipboard, it got embossing powder, and so it's shiny on the back. So I want to make sure that it sticks, so I'm going to be using this Glossy Accents by Ranger. Okay, as I was putting my page together, and I was looking at the title, and I just kept saying, you know, this just really looks like chocolate. This really looks good. And before I started doing this page, I actually looked for some embellishments, for chocolate pieces. And I kept thinking, I was like, wait a minute, I can make my own chocolate pieces. So what I did was I got some chipboard, and the first piece here, I cut it, it's 1 inch by just a little over 2 inches, and then I cut 2 smaller pieces, and it's 3/4 of an inch by 1 inch.